Die like a man or live like a slave. Good Friday only gives you those two options. The only way to resurrection, the only way to true freedom is through the cross. You see, you can't skip that part. There is no resurrection without death. Men try to skip that part. You know, we try to discipline ourselves. We try to be better than we were yesterday. And that's all good. Jesus tells us to come and die. He says, pick up your cross and follow me. He doesn't say, hey, just, chill and show up on Sundays, raise your hands in worship, maybe volunteer at the Sunday school once in a while. No, he says, pick up your cross and follow me. He says, if you seek to save your life, you'll lose it. But if you lose your life for my sake, you'll find it. Greater love has no man than to die for his friends. He didn't just say that, he did it. We have to go through death to get to resurrection. There's no other choice. And I've been there. For 3 years, I sat on the couch. For 3 years, I watched reruns of Forged in Fire and Ink Master. For 3 years, I wasn't the father that I should be. For 3 years, I wasn't the husband that I should be. For 3 years, I was racked with pain. I was addicted to my pain pills. I had intense chronic depression, and to add to all that, I had chronic fatigue syndrome. I saw no hope through those long, agonizing 3 years of death. I learned 3 things. The first one, in order to die like a man, we have to stop trying to save ourselves. We're after resurrection, not optimization. We're trying to become something that we were meant to be. And the only way to that is through our old self. Look, instead of dying, we've been managing a corpse. We've been managing our lives like somehow that's going to do it, right? Our wife leaves, we journal. Our kids don't talk to us, we practice meditation. Our finances don't work. Well, what do? We go to a self-help class, we go to some guru. We're listening to soft boy theologians instead of listening to Christ, because Christ doesn't say believe the right things. Christ says, come and die. You can't fix the flesh. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't lift weights and eat well. I'm not saying you shouldn't spend time with your wife. But I'm saying the path to you being fully who you are, alive in Christ, resurrected in your body, bearing in your body the resurrection of Christ, because the same Spirit that raised Christ is in you. But the only way you get to that is through Calvary. When I was in my grave, I couldn't see the resurrection. I couldn't see Sunday. You can't get to the resurrection without walking through the crucifixion. This isn't self-help. It's surrender. The second thing I realized is Jesus fell. Jesus fell. He failed on the way to the cross with all the lashes on his back, with the sleepless night, the being beaten and mocked and the crowd cheering for him to die. In the midst of all that, he stumbled and he fell. He fell 3 times. He failed 3 times. He couldn't carry that cross. but he got up. That's the thing. When you fall, you can retreat back to safety. You can retreat back to not having the burden. You don't have to carry it all the way. The crowd whispers, "Oh man, that's enough. Seriously, you did enough." But enough is not enough. When you fall, you get the fuck up. It doesn't matter how heavy the cross is on your back. You get up because you have an appointment with Golgotha. We can't fix ourselves without death. You have to get up. Because let's face it, failure is going to happen. It's going to happen. You're going to fall. But if you get up every freaking time, you'll get to the top of that hill. Even if what's waiting there maybe isn't what you want. You got to get up and haul that big chunk of wood up to the top of that hill. The third thing, you got to finish the fight. Omega men don't quit. You have to finish. When Jesus was on the cross and he says, "It is finished," he wasn't saying some poetry. That part was done. He wasn't trying to make them remember a song. That part was done. When Jesus cried, "It is finished," it was a victory cry. The battle was over and he won. And he looks up at his Father and he says, "It is finished." He was the Alpha and the Omega. He was the beginning and the end. He finished the job. Real men finish. And then they rise. I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you going to die like a man? Or are you going to live like a slave? There's only one way. You've got to fall. You've got to finish. And then you have to rise. That's what the Omega Brotherhood is about. It's about not avoiding our death. Strengthening ourselves for that challenge, but not running away from it. And then, and only then, rising together. We have to accept our fate. We're gonna fall. And we have to finish. But then we can rise. Now, I know this video's kind of got to you a bit. It's kind of tugged on your heart. And I'm going to ask you to do something about it. In the description, there's a link to a free PDF called How to Break Bread Without Breaking Brotherhood. If you hit that link, get that PDF, and then I'll give you the link to a private Facebook group that's made for men that are tired of not facing their death, that are tired of not rising, that are tired of not becoming everything God called them to be. Hit that link. It's time. You know it's time. Let's die. And then let's rise together.